Welcome back to Football Daily, where we are getting ready for the winter window by looking at 10 players who deserve a big move in January. 10. Thorgan Hazard. So far this season, Eden Hazard has thrived under Maurizio Sarri, scoring 7 and assisting 8 in just 15 Premier League games. We're used to seeing Eden stun the Stamford Bridge fans, but before the summer we didn't know so much about the footballing exploits across the Belgian family. The Chelsea man's family is actually an ideal five-a-side team. Mother and father Hazard are both former footballers, while their youngest son, who's 15 years old, Ethan Hazard, is considered an upcoming talent. And 23-year-old Kylian is currently on loan from Chelsea at Cercle Bruges, but it's Thorgan who is emerging as Eden's competition. The 25-year-old who is currently playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach has lit up the Bundesliga with a goal every 157 minutes this term. At the time of writing, Thorgan has contributed directly to 14 goals, meaning he is adding a goal a game to his side's league tally as they sit in an unfamiliar second place. The attacking midfielder has been making 3.2 dribbles per 90 and 2.7 key passes, just under the contribution made by his brother in West London. And while Mönchengladbach will be competing for a Champions League spot this term, his exceptional form means he could be angling for a big money switch. Liverpool are reportedly interested in bringing the Belgian back to England after he spent 4 years on the Blues' books. Klopp's side has impressed sitting at the top of the table. Thanks to Mo Salah's output, their lack of creativity from midfield has gone under the radar. But Henderson, Lallana, Keita, Fabinho and Wijnaldum are all without a goal this term, meaning Thorgan could add some danger into their midfield should he make a move this January. 9. Callum Wilson. The list of Premier League top goal scorers this season is filled with predictable names. Mohamed Salah and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang top the league with 10 goals apiece, while Harry Kane follows a goal every 151 minutes. Less familiar is the name sandwiched between Raheem Sterling and Sergio Aguero, Bournemouth's Callum Wilson, who currently sits on 8 Premier League goals and 5 assists, the highest attacking output in the English top flight. The Englishman has matched his career highest league tally before Christmas, and it's made his stock skyrocket. Linked with interest from Chelsea back in the summer for an estimated £12 million, the Cherries would now expect to fetch more like £30 million for their frontman thanks to his fire form. Blues strikers Alvaro Morata and Olivier Giroud have just 6 goals between them and have been left on the bench to watch Eden Hazard convert to a false number 9. Meaning the on-form 26-year-old could be the perfect fit for Sarri, who is looking for fresh faces in January. While Eddie Howe's Bournemouth are undoubtedly keen to keep hold of their top goalscorer, a switch from the seaside to the capital would be a huge step for Wilson. Playing under the Italian and potentially in the Champions League would increase his chances at another England call-up, a dream he's made clear he wants to fulfil. 8. Sebastian Haller. When asked about his future away from current club Eintracht Frankfurt, Sebastian Haller said he may never move from Germany, or he may move in a couple of months, fueling our idea that he should be a big move this window. The 6'3" striker cuts an imposing figure at the front of Frankfurt's attack, and has already notched up 9 goals and 7 assists, the highest number of goal contributions in the Bundesliga. It's understood that Newcastle are eyeing up a bid for the striker after monitoring him at FC Utrecht, where he scored 45 in 73. However, Haller has already discussed the importance of European football, and a move from the walled Stadion to St James's wouldn't be the step up he would be looking for. The 24-year-old Frenchman is yet to earn a cap for the French national team, but his recent form suggests he could be playing for a bigger side in the new year. Previously linked with a move to Borussia Dortmund, the CIES now value the forward at €15.7 million, making him a bargain goalscorer for someone in the winter. 7. Jack Grealish. Birmingham born and bred, Jack Grealish has been on the books at Aston Villa since he was 6 years old. Now 23, and the Englishman is looking away from Villa Park to progress his career. After a £25 million bid from Tottenham was rejected by the Midland side in the summer, a disappointed Grealish has returned to the second flight in English football. While he says that he is focused on taking his boyhood club into the top tier, Villa sit in 8th at the time of writing. And an under-21 international with his talent needs to be playing for a bigger club. And with Grealish's current stats, it looks like he's ready for the step up to the Premier League. He's averaging 48 passes per game whilst completing 3 dribbles and 2.2 key passes. And now that Tottenham have completed Mission Impossible and qualified for the next stage of the Champions League, Pochettino is likely to be looking to pad out the squad in January. And it would be smart business if they were to go back in for the attacking midfielder. While he would have to accept fewer minutes and much less of a dominance in the middle of the park at Wembley, Grealish needs to pin down a move soon while he is still in his early 20s, and out of the headlines for the wrong reasons. 6. Johnny. Spending 2 years at La Masia as a schoolboy, Johnny Rodriguez's professional career has involved a lot of moving and shaking, having played for 8 different Spanish sides in as many years. However, the 27-year-old seems to have finally settled on the pitch for Deportivo Alaves. As La Liga have gone into a parallel universe where the Madrid clubs have lost their mojo and Barcelona have less points than Arsenal, the smaller sides in Spain have been propelled up the table. At the time of writing, Alaves sit just outside of the Champions League spots with 24 points, just 2 behind Real Madrid. Having scored 18 goals, Johnny joins teammates Jonathan Calleri and Gomez as top goal scorers, all sitting on 3 goals. But it's in assists that the Spaniard has been impressing, making 6 in La Liga so far, the highest tally in the league, beating Messi to the top of the leaderboard by 1. Almost matching his highest ever tally of goal contributions in one season already this term, Johnny's form is impressive if not historically consistent. Having joined Alaves on loan from Malaga at the start of the season, the winger should ride the wave of his headlining form and angle for a permanent move. 5. Nicolas Pepe. Lille forward Nicolas Pepe has broken the eternal stream of Mbappe headlines this term in Ligue 1. His imperious form of 11 goals and 5 assists in 17 league games has matched Mbappe's attacking output, forcing some of the biggest clubs in Europe to cast their attention to the Stade Pierre-Mauroy. Pepe has been linked with a switch to the Emirates as Unai Emery looks to bolster his attacking options in 2019. Versatile enough to play anywhere in the attack, the 23-year-old would slip into the right flank and add youth to a front three of Abba, Laka and Pepe. However, the Gunners face strong competition for the Ivorian signature. Manchester City have registered interest in the forward after Pep Guardiola sent a scout to Lille to keep tabs on the player who only joined the Ligue 1 side in the summer of 2017. Such outrageous form has caused Pepe's value to rise exponentially. The CIES have estimated a value of €44 million, double his value in August and 4 times what Lille spent on him 2 summers ago. The club are rumoured to want excess of €50 million for their uncovered diamond, but should he be able to replicate his current form for a top side, Pepe could prove to be worth it, especially at just 23. 4. Philipp Max. Augsburg's left-back Philipp Max joined the German outfit in 2015 for just €3.6 million. Despite attracting the attention of some of Europe's finest in the summer, Max extended his stay in Bavaria, signing a new contract in 2017. The defender grabbed headlines over the 2017-18 campaign after he finished the season with 2 goals and 12 assists, putting him only behind Thomas Müller as the most effective creator in the Bundesliga. So far this term, his industry and attacking instinct are making him one of the most attention-grabbing defenders in Germany, with 2.5 key passes a match from defence and 2.2 tackles and interceptions per 90. Reminding us all of a certain right-back residing in Munich, Max is reportedly on the Manchester United wishlist this winter. Valued at just €6.7 million by the CIES, the same cost as Kimmich in 2015, we can't imagine Augsburg letting him go for that kind of cash. Contracted until 2022, the Bundesliga club reportedly want €40 million for their star. While Max might be keen for a move to the theatre of dreams, Manchester United's desperate hunt to save their defence's form isn't going to help them in negotiation talks. 3. Richarlison. Everton's record departure comes in form of Romelu Lukaku, who swapped Goodison Park for Old Trafford in 2018 for £85 million. John Stones, Fellaini and Ross Barkley also departed Merseyside for a combined total of £105 million, suggesting that the Toffees are no strangers to a money-making sale. However, after signing 21-year-old Richarlison from Watford for £40 million, critics wouldn't have been expecting Everton to be making money from their new signing so soon. But 6 months on from his arrival, and he could already be moving on to bigger and better things. Having scored a third of Everton's goals this season, with 7 in 13 appearances, the young Brazilian has caught the eye of Barcelona, who are looking to revamp their ageing squad. While their top choice remains Harry Kane, Spurs have made it clear that their star striker is not for sale. Flirting with the idea of swooping in for Mbappe, Richarlison offers a much cheaper backup option. Although we don't want to see a repeat of the Malcolm move, valued at around €77 million, the transfer would still net Everton a neat profit. And while they would miss his goals and creativity if Barcelona come calling, we only see one outcome. 2. Emiliano Sala. From the exit door of Goodison Park to the entrance, Nantes' number 9 Emiliano Sala has been linked with a move to Merseyside following his impressive form in Ligue 1. In 13 starts, the forward has netted a huge 12 times and added 2 assists to the Canaries' output as they sit in a disappointing 13th spot. The 28-year-old could be swapping mid-table mediocrity in the French top flight for the Premier League, as according to multiple news outlets, West Ham, Leicester City, Burnley and Cardiff City are all joining Everton in the chase for his signature. We aren't so convinced that all those moves would be a step up for the Argentinian. However, a switch to the Prem could be a move in the right direction late on in the striker's career. 1. Paul Pogba. Not shy from the spotlight, headlines or transfers, Paul Pogba has had to deal with speculation surrounding his relationship with Mourinho and his future in Manchester. After starting 13 games, scoring 3 and assisting 3 this season, the World Cup winner has found himself confused and stuck on the bench for United's last few games, fueling the fire that his exit out of Old Trafford is imminent. After joining United for a record-breaking £89 million in the summer of 2016, rumours are circulating that Juventus are keen to bring the midfielder back to Turin. Having spent 4 extremely productive years at the Old Lady, Pogba's return to the Premier League saw him emulate his world-class form for the club, who let him go just 4 years previous. Last season, the Frenchman impressed, making 10 assists and 6 goals for the Red Devils, while his performances in the French national side in the summer were an important factor in them lifting the World Cup trophy. Yet, stuck behind the likes of Scott McTominay in Jose's starting 11, and it's clear Pogba needs to get his escape sorted.
So that was another one of our fantastic, riveting 10s. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go check out all our other channels, including FDFC, and don't forget to like and subscribe.